Check. Hoping it is working. Gonna ask if it's working. Hold on. Can you check it? Shout out to Margie. She's so cute and funny. Hi, Marco. Yeah, I'm so high up. Watching her open it up on her phone. Super cool. Mic test. Hello, hello. Okay, good. Thank you, Margie. Shout out. She's super cute and amazing. Alrighty, they're clapping it in. I believe we are starting a bit early. Let me check the time. Oh, late. My bad, guys. Okay, there were game delays because of a medical emergency on the other court. Nothing serious. Someone fainted. But it's time to lock in now, so we're here. We're live here at the Pan Am Center. Second game, first day of the tournament. We got Tec Jr. going against St. Thomas. The Saints won their first game against ONLX, which is pretty cool. We love that. And I should probably put on my glasses so I can actually see what's happening. That seems to make sense. All right, 2 minutes till game start. Both teams just finished warm up. We only had 6 minutes to warm up because of court confusion, whatever, but they're locked in now. Simic on a mission. Good job. One minute till start. All right, we got our starting lineup. We got Kinsey, Sophie, Nella, Martina, and Callie Guanyo starting for the Saints. Hooray! St. Thomas yet to come on the court, but whatever. Still got 20 seconds. We got our star, Ep Guanyo, who I'm filling in for. Big shoes to fill. Kind of nervous. Whatever. All right. We got Kinsey, number 15, tipping off for Tecumseh Saints. And St. Thomas, number 16, doing jump ball. Second game of the day, hoping to reel in our second victory. All right, here we go. Number 16 tipping it to her team. 10 hitting it to the corner. Number 5, the 3 just too long. 22 kicks out to 11. 44 kicks it back to 16. And that's a foul. Foul was on Nella, number 21. We got number 16 at the line shooting 2 for St. Thomas. First one bounces out. Second one off the heel. Sophie with the defensive rebound kicks it out to Kinsey. Kinsey gives it to Callie at the top, slows it down. Kinsey with the screen. Now a double screen. That's a travel. St. Thomas ball going the other way. Number 44 inbounding for St. Thomas, gets it into number 5. Number 5 taking it right hand, kicks it to 16 at the top. Hand off to number 10. Number 10 spin, moves attack middle, and it's good. First 2 points on the board. Sophie bringing it up. 44 with the steal, gives it to 16. Rolls out. Offensive board by 16, and it's in. That's 4 for St. Thomas. Sophie gets it into Callie, gets it to Nella, and back to Sophie. Sophie pushes it to Kinsey. Kinsey goes in the paint. Foul called. Foul against blue, they're both blue. Foul against St. Thomas, number 22. Number 15, Kinsey, shooting 2 free throws. First one good. First point on the board for the Saints. First one off the heel. Defensive rebound by 22. Pretty sure that girl stepped in like a little bit too early. Could have been missed, I guess. Hand off to number 44. Kicks it to the 45. Number 5 dribbles, kicks it back out. 16 gives it to 10. 10 dribbles middle. Just short of the rim, bounces off the top. 22 goes up with the offensive rebound when Nella gets it. Nella bringing it up, kicks it out to Kinsey. Kinsey hits Sophie in the corner. 3, just short. Defensive rebound for 44, but Kinsey's playing tough D. 44 bringing it all the way up the court. Attacking right, kicks it out. Number 10 for 3, and it's good. Sophie inbounding it to Tina. Tina hitting Nell in the middle. Good movement, goes to Kinsey. And it's good roll. That brings the Saints up to 3 points. 10 inbounding for St. Thomas. Gets it to 16. 16 taking it up the court. Kicks it to number 10. Sets a screen. Hits 16 on the roller. 16 goes up. Off the heel, left hand layup. Tina gets that defensive board, gets trapped. Kicks it to Kinsey. Kinsey gets it into Nell in the post. And it's a jump ball. All right, Saints ball under their own net. Sophie inbounding it, looking for a good opening. Hits Nella up top. Nella hands off to Kinsey. Kinsey goes for 3. Off the heel. Defensive rebound by number 44. Pushes it to 16. 16 finds 5 in the post, and it's just short. 5 getting that rebound, goes back in. Kicks it out to 16. 16 for the shot, and it's short. Kinsey gets that defensive board. Kicks it out to Callie. Good save. Callie going right hand. That's an 8-second call. It's going to be St. Thomas ball. .22, kicks it to 5 for 3, and it's good. That bumps St. Thomas up to 10 to the Saints 3. Sophie taking it up. Good defense from St. Thomas. 10 kicks it to 44 for the bucket. That's timeout Saints. And substitution, Namal is going in for, I believe, Kinsey. So that's 6:15 left in the first, with Saints with 3 and St. Thomas with 12 leading. My bad, it's Namal going in for Nella, not Kinsey. Saints ball going the other way. We got Sophie inbounding. St. Thomas hanging back, no press yet. Callie bringing it up. Callie kicks it to Sophie at the top. Sophie handoff back to Callie. Tries getting them all in the post. Number 10 rejects it. Gets it back, kicks it to Sophie at the 45. Finds them all. Calls a travel. Okay. Calls a travel on them all. It's going to be St. Thomas ball going the other way. Substitutions for St. Thomas. .16, bringing it to number 10. Bringing it up the court. No press yet from either team. Number 4 with the ball on the 45. Gets it back to 16. 16 driving. Kicks it out to 21. And it's short. That was probably out of bounds, but whatever. Kinsey gets it. Sophie going down the court. Finds Tina. Goes for the shot. Just off right. That's out of bounds and St. Thomas ball. Number 10 bringing up the court. Kicks it to 21 at the 45. 24 at the corner. Skip pass all the way to number 10, who attacks baseline. Help comes. Kinsey gets the steal. That was a foul. That's okay. Toby kicks it to Sophie at the corner, just off the heel. Namal with the board. Kicks it back out to Toby, takes a shot. And it's off left. Kinsey with the offensive rebound. Goes for the corner 3. And it's far. Number 10 with the defensive rebound. Kicks it to number 21. 21 attacks middle. Off the backboard. Kinsey gets that defensive rebound. Callie bringing it up. Kicks it to Sophie at the 45. Just off the heels. 16 with the defensive rebound. Goes, finds 21 at the corner. Too far, goes out of bounds. It's going to be Saints ball. Substitution, we got Abby Fletch coming in for Callie. Sophie inbounding, finds Abby. Abby kicks it to Kinsey middle, to Sophie, to Toby. Tries to find Fletch a little bit too early. Number 16 with the ball at the top. Kicks it top to the 44. Just off the front, 44 gets her own rebound. Goes right hand finish and it's good. Abby inbounding to Sophie. Sophie taking it to Namal. Namal looking for Kinsey in the post. Kinsey taking it. It's good. That bucket brings the Saints up to 5 against St. Thomas's 14. Number 44 bringing it up the court. Finds in the corner, and it's a travel. Saints ball going the other way. We got 3:31 left in the first. 5 for the Saints, 14 for St. Thomas. Sophie inbounding. Finds Toby right back. Long pass to Abby Fletch. Goes around Toby. Sophie gives it back. Back to Sophie. Finds Namal at the top. Namal to pull up. Off the heel. And that's out on St. Thomas. Staying Saints ball. Sophie inbounding. Finds Toby. Toby drives middle. 21 with the hand in the way. Abby, deep three, downtown. And that brings their score up to 8. Number 44 bringing up the court for St. Thomas. Goes all the way. Goes over the backboard. Namal with the defensive rebound kicks it to Abby. Abby bringing it up the court. 21 with the quick hand. Steals that. Gives it to number 44. 44 attacks right. And it's good. Leaving St. Thomas with 16 with 2:30 left in the first. Good hands. Almost a tie-up. Few kicks. That's normal, I guess. 21 with the 3 at the 45 is short. Abby with the rebound. Tries to push it away. 16 interferes, knocks it out of bounds. Gonna be Saints ball. Substitution. We got Layla coming in for Sophie. We got Toby inbounding. Hits Abby. Abby hits them all at the top. Goes for a pull-up. Off the heel, good shot. 21 with the defensive rebound for St. Thomas. Kicks it to number 10. Kicks it ahead to number 6. Finds 44, but Kinsey gets interception. Knocked out of bounds, so it is St. Thomas ball. Substitution, Nella coming in for Kinsey. Number 44 inbounding for St. Thomas. Tries to hit number 10. 10 attacks middle, and it's good. Toby inbounding, quickly hits it into Abby. Abby back to Toby. Fast attack middle. Tries to get to the post to Nella. 22 intercepts. Brings it up the court. Kicks it to 10 at the top. Sets the screen. 10 hits 22. And that's a foul. Foul called on Toby, number 14. And number 22 is shooting 2 for St. Thomas. The clock was still going, but there was now 1:13 left in the first. Saints with 8, St. Thomas with 19. First one's good. Second one's good too, bringing them up to 20. Nella inbounds quick to Abby, back to Nella. Swings it to Toby, who attacks middle. Tries to hit corner, just too far, goes out of bounds. It's going to be St. Thomas ball going the other way. Number 10 inbounding. Hits number 6 in the middle. Kicks it right back. 22 at the screen. 10 hits the roll. And it's good. 22, the left-hand layup. Toby inbounding to Abby Fletch. Abby taking it right. Hits the ball at the top. The ball drives. Kicks it to Layla, to Toby. For the shot. Just short. Namal gets that offensive board. Tries to kick it back to the top. 6 gets in the middle, pass it to 44, and with the assist to number 10, bringing them to 24 points. Abby bringing it up. Nella with the screen. Abby attacking. Rolls right out. 22 with the defensive rebound for St. Thomas. Kicks it to number 10. 5 kicks it to 6 for the corner 3. And is short. Out of bounds. And that's Abby. They are stopping the clock weirdly after the call. But you know what? There's only 2 people, so can't say much. So going to the second, we have the score at 4-8 for the Saints and 24 for St. Thomas. All right, starting the second quarter, we got Kinsey, Nella, Sophie, Callie, and Layla starting us off. It's going to be St. Thomas ball coming in. Number 16 inbounding. I wish you could see that, but I'm not trying to fall over the edge. Inbounds it to 21, who attacks middle. Kicks it to 44 on the 45. Hits 16 as a roller. Right scoop, misses. Kinsey with the rebound. A lot of hands there. Callie attacking right hand. Kicks it to Sophie for 3. Just short. That's going to be out of bounds. St. Thomas ball going the other way. St. Thomas, number 6, inbounds it to number 44. Brings it up right hand. Goes all the way. Foul called against Layla. St. Thomas ball, 16 inbounding. Finds 24 down low. 24 misses, goes out. Saints ball going the other way. Sophie inbounds to Callie. Back to Sophie. Sophie drives right. Layla with the screen. Finds Nell in the post. Fight for the ball. And that's a foul call against number 6 of St. Thomas. Saints ball, staying their side. Finds Callie. Callie goes up. That's a block by number 6. Hard fight for the ball on both sides. Staying Saints ball. Sophie inbounding. Trying a new play this time. Tries to hit Layla. 16 intercepts it. Kicks it to 24. Kinsey with the tough defense. Number 21. Driving top. Kicks it to number 44. Attacks middle. Spin move. Travel probably. Yep, thank you. That's a travel for number 44 of St. Thomas. Saints ball. Sophie inbounding it. Kicking it to Callie. Back to Sophie. Callie with the hard cut. Sophie hands off to Kinsey. Tries to shoot. Blocked by 24. Quick outlet to number 21, who goes right hand all the way. Off the heel. Defensive rebound by Layla. Drives right hand. Tries to find Nella down low. 44 gets in the middle. Kicks it to 21, who slows things down. 21, handoff to 44. 44 driving middle, kicks to number 6 in the corner for a 3. And it's, oh, I thought it was foul. Bounces out. Nella got that defensive rebound. Nella attacking middle, kicks it to corner to Layla, just over top. Heads out of bounds. St. Thomas ball going the other way. 44 inbounding to number 6, St. Thomas. .44 gets it. Hits the roller number 6. Tipped out. Saints ball going the other way. Sophie inbounds it to Callie, bringing it up the court. Back to Sophie. Sophie hitting Nella as the roller. That's out of bounds. Gonna stay Saints ball under the net. Yep, getting a warning, I believe. Not too sure. Sophie inbounding. Nella getting in the post, going up, and it's good. Bringing the Saints up to a score of 10 to St. Thomas's 24. 21 kicks it to number 16. Blocked by Kinsey, who gets the defensive rebound, kicks it to Nella. Nella pushes it far to Sophie for 3 at the 45. Off the heel. Defensive board by number 6. Kinsey getting a hand in it. 44 fighting through. 21 going up left side, goes in. Bring their score up to 26. Sophie inbounding it to Callie, brings it up the court. Slowing it down to call a play. Nella with the screen. Hits Kinsey, back to Callie. 3 from the top. Just bounces out. 44 tries to get the rebound. I believe Nella tipped it. It's going to be St. Thomas ball going the other way. Substitution, Abby Fletcher coming in for Callie, and Olivia coming in for Nella. St. Thomas ball going the other way. Number 16 inbounding. Hits number 10, goes right back. Screen from number 22, hits the roller. Goes to work in the post, blocked by Sophie. Number 44 tries to go up. Pardon me, 4. They get the board, 22 going up. Blocked by Kinsey. There's been a lot of reaching. Substitutions. Martina coming in for Layla. And that is going to be a timeout. 6:09 left in the second, with the Saints having 10 points and St. Thomas having 26. St. Thomas ball coming in. Number 16 inbounding. Hits 10 at the top. Spin move. Hits it close to the paint. Abby inbounding it to Sophie. Gets it right back. Abby slowing it down, calling a play. Tries to get corner, goes a bit too far and out of bounds. St. Thomas ball going the other way. Number 16 inbounding. Skips it forward to number 22. Hits number 10. Finds 4 in the corner. 4 goes up for the left hand, bringing them up to 30 points. Sophie inbounding it to Abby, who brings up the court. Trying to slow it down. Olivia with the good screen. Hits the roller. Finds Sophie in the corner, kicks it back to Abby. Olivia on the post. Out of bounds. (16) inbounding it to number 10. 10 bringing it up the court, right hand. Hands it off to number 5. It's 4 at the 45. Back to 10 at the top. 10 trying to attack middle. Hands it off to number 5, who goes for the 45-3. Just short. Hits front of the rim. All teams fighting for the rebound. 4 eventually getting a hand on it. Sophie getting in the middle. Goes all the way. No call, but the point counts. Bringing the Saints up to 12 points. 16 inbounds it to number 10, who brings it up, trying to attack middle again. Kicks it to 16 at the top, finds 4 at the 45. Screen by 16, hand off to 5. Back to 4 at the 45. Hits number 22 down low. Kinsey with the interception. Kicks it to Abby for the outlet. Abby's bringing it up. It's going to be a travel call. St. Thomas going the other way. (10) inbounding for St. Thomas. Kicks it into number 44. 44 kicks it to 10. 22 cutting, trying hard to get there in the post. 4 stuck to 45, gets it to 44 at the top. 22 at the 45. Drives, gets a tip. Toby got that steal. Kicks it out Sophie, who brings it up. Sophie gets it to Toby, who drives middle. Kicks it back out Sophie for the 45-3. Just off the side and out of bounds. (44) inbounding to 10. St. Thomas trying to get the points off of number 22, staying low in the paint. 10 hitting 22. Nella with the interception. That's how they're going to get their points, with number 22 staying in the paint. So as long as Tecumseh stays down low, we're going to get more stops and slow down their streak. Out of bounds is going to be Saints ball into the basket. Martina inbounding it for them. Finds Sophie. Sophie the turnover. Foul called. Side. Foul called on Sophie, number 11. Timeout called by St. Thomas. We got 3:12 left in the second, with Saints with 12 and St. Thomas leading with 32. Number 44 inbounding it for St. Thomas, kicks it to 10, who finds 4 at the 44. Finds 44 down low, kicks it to the corner to 22 for 3, and it's good. Bringing St. Thomas up to 35 points. Sophie inbounds it to Toby. Toby kicks it back to Sophie at the 45. Tries to find someone in the post. Olivia with the save. Olivia, no save, but good try. That's going to be out of bounds. 44 inbounding for St. Thomas. Number 10 bringing it up the court. Hits 22 at the 45. Tries to find the cutter, no shot. 4 at the top. Swings it to 10 at the 45. Back to 4 at the top. Shot clock's running down. 44 with the last hit shot. And it's air ball and out of bounds. Toby inbounding to Sophie. Sophie bringing it up the court. Nella with the screen. Sophie rejecting. To Tina at the top, who kicks it to Olivia at the 45. Toby at the top, back to Liv. Nella at the top for 3. Just short. Knocked out of bounds. St. Thomas going the other way. Substitution, we got Namal coming in for Olivia. Number 6 inbounding for St. Thomas. Number 44 bringing it up the court. Kicks it back to 16. Tries to find Cutter. Hits 21 at the top, who attacks middle. Travel. No, it's not. 5 with the missed 3. 24, the offensive rebound. Tries to get a shot off. Goes out of bounds. I got teed up for that once. Sad day. Sophie inbounds it to Toby. Right back to Sophie, who brings it up. Finds Tina down low. Just too far over the rim. Got to use that backboard. Nella gets the rebound. Tries to kick it out. 44 gets in the middle. It's going to be Saints ball going back. I wish I could show you down there, but I'm not trying to fall over the edge. Sophie inbounding. Finds Toby. Nella screens. Hits Namal at the top. Namal drives. And it's good! Shots bringing us up to 14 points. Good communication. Number 44 bringing it up. Hand off to number 6. 21 to 44. A lot of handoffs going on. 24 drives. In and out. Namal with the fight for the rebound. That's out of bounds. Saints ball. Is that better? Okay. Toby kicks it to Nella at the top. Nella drives, goes all the way. Draws the foul. A lot of support from the bench. Love to see it. Nella, number 21, at the line shooting 2. Bounces in and out. 35.1 left in the second. St. Thomas leading with 35 to the Saints 14. Second shot's good, bringing it up to 15 points. 16 inbounding for St. Thomas, kicks it to 44. 44 attacking middle, gets it back to 16. To 6 at the 45. 24. Number 21 drives, goes up, off the heel. Defensive rebound by Sophie. Thank you, Taylor. Sophie bringing it up. Kicking it to Martina for 3. Rolls in and out. Defensive rebound from number 16 for St. Thomas. Goes all the way. Misses. Fight for the rebound. Wrapping up the second quarter. We got the Saints with 16 points and St. Thomas leading with 35. 1:30 left until we wrap up second half. Sorry, wrap up the first half. Okay, Abby. Starting off for us is going to be, we got Nella, Toby, Sophie, Kinsey, and Tina. Beside me, we got Superfan Mavis. "40 seconds till we start." Hi, Callie. A lot of faces from the Saints bench. Abby's aura farming. 5 seconds till we get things started. Buzzer. Nope. Buzzer. That's a good sign. All right, getting things started for the second half. Saints with 16. St. Thomas leading with 35. It's going to be Saints ball coming in. Sophie inbounding. Kicks it to Toby. Nell with the screen. Toby attacking middle. Hits Kinsey at the 45. Gets it to Nella. Kicks it to Sophie. Finds Kinsey. Sophie to Toby. Toby goes up. Just far over the net. Kinsey with the rebound. Goes up. Rolls out. 21 with the quick outlet to number 24 down the court. Toby with the block. 24 going up again. Foul called, I believe, on Nella, number 21. Pardon, that was on Sophie, number 11. Number 24 at the line for St. Thomas, shooting 2. First one's good, bringing them up to 36 points. Second one's off the heel. Offensive rebound for St. Thomas by 16. 24 gets it in the paint. Kicks it to 44 to 10 for the corner 3. And it's off the side. 16 gets that board again. Kicks it to 24 up top. Kicks it to 10 for the 45. To 44 for the corner 3. 16 with another offensive rebound. 24 to 21 to 10. Off the heel. Play it. Namal stressing on the bench. 10 attacking middle. 44 attacks baseline left side. Tries to get it off the backboard, and that's a foul call. Okay. Foul against Kinsey, number 15. We got number 44 at the line shooting 2. Off the heel. Saints bench having just a little bit too much fun. Using some voodoo magic in hopes that it'll make her miss. It did not work. That brings St. Thomas up to 37 points. Substitution. Callie coming in for Martina. Nella inbounding it to Callie. Callie bringing it up, hitting Toby. Toby driving. 10 intercept that one. Kicks it to 44. 16 at the top, goes for 3. Off the backboard. Sophie gets that rebound. Toby gets it, kicks it to Kinsey. Kinsey driving. Stolen by number 24. That looks a lot better. Don't know why it keeps moving. 44 for 3 at the top off the heel. Toby with the board. Probably a foul. That's fine. 10 dribbling it up at the top. Trying to slow things down. Callie with the steal. And the foul. 24 fighting for it. We're calling jump ball. I'm so nonchalant. Like, you can never ever tell when I disagree with the call. I'm just very straight up about it. 16 inbounding for St. Thomas. Dishes it to 10. Who attacks left hand. Hands it off to 44. 44 attacks middle. 10 at the 45. Drives. And it's off the side. Sophie with the defensive board. Drives right. Hard fight for the ball. And it's a tie-up. Sophie inbounding from the corner. Nella at the top. It's off left. And tie up underneath. It's going to be St. Thomas ball. 44 inbounding for St. Thomas. We got 7:08 left in the, I believe it should be third unless I'm just tired. Saints with 16, St. Thomas with 37. 10 drives left. Kicks it to 22 at the 45. Goes 3 off the backboard. Nella with the defensive board. Dribbles it up. 44 intercepts it. Kinsey fighting for that ball back. Rolls it out 16. 22 finds 5 with the pull-up. Too far. Nella with the defensive board. Nella passing it to Toby, who brings it up. Callie goes for the jumper. Too far. Saved by Sophie. Kinsey kicks it to Toby. Toby drives middle. Too far over the backboard. Kinsey gets it back up and it's in. That brings the Saints up to 18 points. 16 inbounds for St. Thomas to number 10. Screen. Leaves 10 open on the 45 for a 3. Misses left, goes out of bounds. Misses right, pardon me, goes out of bounds. We do got some substitutions. Toby and Ella going off. Looks like Namal, Layla coming in. Sophie inbounding to Callie, who brings it up right. Callie driving right. Goes all the way. Just misses. 22 with the defensive board. Callie coming from behind. Layla getting that ball back. Drives, hits Kinsey down low. Kinsey with the and one. That brings the Saints up to 20. And St. Thomas with 37 with 5:41 left in the quarter. I'm going to say quarter now. So Kinsey's at the line shooting 1. Off the heel. Defensive boards by 22. 22 kicks it to number 10. 10's driving. Gets into the paint. That was a travel. 22 driving. Kicks it out to 5. Short. Board by 44. Goes for the reverse. Misses off. 10 gets the board. Back to 44. Rolls in. Bringing him up to 41 points. Pardon me, 39. 44 with the steal. Finds 16 down low. 16 misses long. Namal with the block. I'm getting too excited and moving the camera too far. My apologies. I'll be more mindful. "16 inbounding for St. Thomas. Off of number 11, Sophie's leg. They have a play called Mustard. 16 inbounding to 44. Just rolls out. Sophie with the defensive board. Sophie's all up in the boards. Gets trapped in the corner. Foul called. It's a foul against 16 of St. Thomas. It's going to be Saint's ball going the other way. Abby Fletch inbounding. Kicks it to Sophie, back to Abby. Slowing it down to run a play. Abby going for the 45. Bounces out. 22 gets that defensive board. Kicks it to 44. 44 drives. Goes left. And it's good. Namal inbounding it to Abby Fletch. Fletch taking it left hand. Blocked by 16. Good battle. Saints are fighting hard for this ball. Substitution. We got Nella in for Sophie. Abby inbounding to Kinsey. Kinsey hands it off to Abby. Abby finds them all. 44 steals it. Abby tries to get that back. 6 gets that board. Kinsey's fighting against 16. Number 4 looks inside, finds number 6 down low. 6 gets it back to 4. Blocked by Namal. Layla brings it up. Goes right. Hits Nell at the top. Abby going to the front. Layla shooting that corner shot. Just short. Number 6 with that defensive board. Finds 16 down low, and it's good, bringing St. Thomas up to 43 points. Namal inbounding to Abby Fletch. Namal with the steady screen. Abby going through it, and it's good. That brings the Saints up to 22 points to St. Thomas's 43. Number 44 inbounds it to number 6, who finds 4 down low. And they call a foul against Layla. Epps arguing that one, which is valid. We got substitutions for St. Thomas, 2 new coming in. 4's at the line for St. Thomas, has 2 shots. We got 3:01 left in the third. Saints behind with 22 and St. Thomas leading with 43. They finally changed it to 3. Good thing. I thought I was just overly tired. Had that wrong. Glad to hear that's not the case. 4 shooting 2 for St. Thomas. Just short off the front of the rim. Coach is still arguing that foul. Basket's good. Brings them up to 44 points. Abby bringing up the ball. Namal with the solid screen and roll. Hits Namal. Namal goes up. That's a foul. Out on 24, but also not out on 24. Out on St. Thomas, it's going to be Saints ball. Nella inbounding for the Saints. Gets it into Abby at the 45. Nella with the screen. Abby hits them all down low. 4 gets in the middle, intercepts that. Kinsey, interception. That's out of bounds. Still, okay. Saints were going to try to go for an 8-second call. 16 inbounding. Finds number 10. Feel like that may have been 8 seconds, but who am I to say? 44 with the jumper up top. Namal inbounding into Abby Fletch. Abby driving. 44 with the block. It's going to stay Saints ball. Substitution, we got Callie coming in for Abby Fletch. Nella inbounding for the Saints. Finds Namal. Namal goes up. Blocked by 4. 4's driving, double dribble. No, it's not. Molly, don't say that. Kicks it to 21, who drives to the 45. 4 up top to 16 to 10, who attacks baseline. And that's shot clock violation. Substitution, we got Sophie coming in for Namal. Sophie inbounds to Callie. Callie pushes it to Kinsey. Kinsey tries to attack baseline. Kicks it back out to Sophie. Finds Nell in the post. Kinsey down low. Draws the foul. That's Kinsey at the line, number 15, shooting 2. We got 1:41 left in the third. 12 on the shot clock. Saints with 22 and St. Thomas leading with 46. First one's good for Kinsey. Second one bounces in. Her free throws have been very good today. She's been getting to the line a lot, drawing those fouls. 44 inbounds it to number 10 for St. Thomas. Kicks it back. Drives, kicks it out to number 24, who finds 4 at the 45. Kicks it to 10 at the corner, who tries to drive. Goes up. It's good. Nella inbounding to Callie. Callie driving. Nella with the screen. Callie kicking out to Sophie. Finds Kinsey at the top. Kinsey with the 3. Off the heel. 4 with the defensive rebounds. Kicks it out to number 10. Pushes it to 24. Skip pass to 21, who finds 4 at the top. 4 hands off to 10. I don't think I saw that call. Maybe a travel. I'm not too sure. Substitution. Layla going out. And Labrine coming in. Sophie inbounding to Callie, giving it right back. Sophie hitting Kinsey at the top. Drives left. Hits Labrine at the top. Gets it to Kinsey. For 3, bounces out. Nella with the offensive. Gets up. Draws the foul. Good offensive boards from Nella. Gets her to the line. Nella, number 21, shooting 2 for the Saints. 31 seconds left in the third. Saints with 24 and St. Thomas leading with 48. First one in. Pushing the score up to 25 for the Saints. Second one bounces out. Kinsey gets the offensive board. Hands off to Callie. Callie attacks. Pulls a jumper off the heel. Fights for the rebound. 10 gets it. 10 finds 44 at the top. Finds 4 at the corner, who goes for the 3. And it's good. Bumping their score up to 51. 3 seconds left in the quarter. Got a shot off. Callie, just short. Heading into the fourth, we got 25 for the Saints. St. Thomas leading with their 51. We got Callie, Labrine, Sophie, Kinsey, and Nella starting us off for our final quarter. Mavis, the water girl, coming in clutch for Namal. Great assist. Both teams got their fives on the court. We're going to get started with Saints ball. Sophie inbounding. Gets it into Callie. Callie driving. Goes middle, kicks it back out to Sophie. Finds Nella at the top. Finds Kinsey down low. Tries to save it. That's out of bounds. St. Thomas ball going the other way. We got 16 inbounding for St. Thomas. Gets it into 44, who drives left. Pardon me, right. Sophie with the hands. Kicks it out to 16. 16 driving, gets it to 10 at the top for a 3. Off the heel. Kinsey with the board. A lot of reaching, a lot of hands. Nella pushes it to Callie, who attacks. Kicks out to Labrine for the jumper. Just bounces out. Nella with the offensive board, and 1! That bucket pushes the Saints up to 27, with Nella, number 21, shooting 1. And it's good. Saints now have 28 to St. Thomas's 51. Far pass from 44. Finding 5 down low, who steps back just far. Kinsey with the defensive. Gets it to Labrine. A lot of over the back action, but who am I to say? Nella kicks it to Kinsey at the top for 3. It's good! Saints have broken into the 30s with 31 to 51. 10 driving. Kicks it out to 22 for the 3. Too far. Fighting for the rebound. 5 with the offensive rebound. Gets up. Just misses. Kinsey gets the defensive. Sophie bringing it up. Finds Nella down low. What? Okay. That's going to be a travel. Substitutions coming in for the Saints. We got Toby and Abby coming in for Sophie and Labrine. Number 16 is inbounding for St. Thomas. Gets it into number 44. Hits 5 at the top. 5 goes for 3. Misses short. 44 gets the board. Tries to go up. No luck. 22. And Kinsey fighting for it. Toby bringing it up. Finds Abby down low. Steps out of bounds. We got St. Thomas going the other way. Number 16 inbounding. Finds number 5. Number 5 gets 16. finds 22. 10 at the top, kicks it to 5 at the 45. Finds 22 down low, Kinsey with the hands up. Gets good defense. That was definitely out of bounds, but that's okay. 44 shoots from the top, just misses. Foul called against Callie, number 4. Push, I believe, was on 44 of St. Thomas. Tecumseh ball going the other way. Nella inbounding it to Abby. Abby driving right. Kicks it to Kinsey. Kinsey finding Toby down low. Shot fake. Finds Nella. Nella's up. Not sure. Okay. It's fine, guys. 44 with the block. Kicks it to 16. Gets it to 22. 44 driving. Goes up. Misses. Nella with the defensive. Reach. There we go. There's the call against Nella. It's going to be Saints ball. Substitutions. We got Kinsey going out. Sophie inbounding for the Saints. Gets it into Abby. Abby kicks it to Nella at the 45. Nella drives. Gets Sophie at the top for 3. Just short of the rim. Goes out of bounds. Number 21 inbounding for St. Thomas. Saints doing full court press. 16 bringing it up. Hits 10 at the 45. 21 hard cuts. Doesn't get it. Kicks it to 21 at the corner. 21 drives. Right hand hook and a foul call. Okay. On who? On Abby. We got 21 at the line, shooting 2 for St. Thomas. We got 6:41 left in the 4th. Saints with 31, St. Thomas leading with 51. Off the heel. Saints bench having a little bit too much fun. Shot bounces out. Nella with the defensive rebound. Kicks it to Toby. Gets it to Abby. Goes right, kicks it to Sophie, who attacks baseline. Goes up. Okay. Defensive rebound by number 10. Kicks it forward to 21. Finds 10 again. Kicks it to 21. 16 at the top. Goes for 3. Just short off the front of the rim. Abby with the defensive rebound. Gets it going. .44 gets that. Drives left. Gets that one in. Sophie inbounding it to Callie. Callie hits Sophie at the 45. Finds Nella inside. Nella hits Toby out for a 3. My bad. That one's going to be a 2. But it puts another 2 points on the board. 10 finds 44 down low, and it's good right hand. Nella inbounds it to Abby. Abby drives right. Reverses it. Finds Toby. Toby attacks baseline, goes up. Draws the foul. We got number 14, Toby, shooting 2. Substitution, we got Kinsey and Layla coming in for Nella and Callie. 5:11 left in the 4th. Saints with 33, St. Thomas with 55. First one rattles off the back. Off the heel for the second one. Kinsey fighting for the rebound. 16 gets it for St. Thomas. Finds 21 at the corner. Hard cuts, doesn't get it. 44, passes it to 24 at the top. Finds number 6. Handoff to 21. 21 drives. Finds 44. 44 hits 16 at the top. 16 finds 24 from the corner, just short. 21 with the offensive rebound, tries to get 4. That's going to be a shot clock violation. Substitution, we got Martina coming in for Toby. And Sophie inbounding for the Saints. Sophie gets it into Abby. Abby drives, kicks it to Martina in the corner. Back to Abby. Abby goes for 3. And it's good! Bring the Saints up to 36. 44 driving. Hit 16 who drives middle. Turns it over. Tina gets that one. Sophie drives, right? Kinsey in the middle. Kinsey drives, goes inside. Right off the left side. Tries to save it. Good hustle. It's going to be St. Thomas ball. Substitutions on their side. 16 inbounding. 24 giving it right back to 16. 16 hits 4 down low, goes in. Abby inbounds it. Sophie gives it right back. So Abby for 3, off the heel. Fighting for the rebound. Sophie kicks it to Kinsey for 2, off the left. 6 gets the defensive board. Kicks it to 4, who finds 10 down low. 10 gets that. Sophie inbounds to Abby. Abby drives, spin move. 24 intercepts that one. Quickly pushes it ahead. Kinsey gets in between that. Kinsey gets trapped. It's going to be a tie-up. Some conflict between whose ball it should be. I'm not too sure myself. St. Thomas ball coming in. Number 16 inbounding. Hits number 4 at the 45, tries to get it back, no go. Number 10 dribbling it up, gives it to 4. 6 pivoting. Layla tips that away. And that's shot clock. Sophie inbounding for the Saints, gets it into Abby. Abby hits Labrine down low for the reversal. That's good. '16 bounces it to 6, who gives it right back. 16 going right. Drives, gets number 22 on the cut, goes up, rolls in. Abby gives it to Soph, who gives it right back. Labrine for another 2, just off the front. It's going to stay Saints ball, having gone out of bounds off of 22. 2 substitutions for St. Thomas, and we have Olivia coming in for Sophie on our side. 2:16 left of the 4th. Saints with 38, and St. Thomas with 61. Olivia inbounding it, finds Labrine. Labrine drives middle. That's a good shot. Brings them up. 44 driving. 6 hits 4. 4 gives it to 5 at the corner. Reverses it. 4 drives, few thousand steps. And that's a travel. Martina inbounding it to Abby. Slowing it down, trying to run a play. Olivia with the rejected screen. 44 gets that one. Gives it to 22, brings it up the court. Finds 4 down low. It's up and it's in. Okay, substitution. They should be stopping the clock at 2 minutes. Not sure why that's not happening, but whatever. 1:26 left of the fourth. Saints with 40. And St. Thomas with 63. Abby gives it to Martina. Gives it to Layla at the top. Finds Abby. Finds Olivia at the post. High bounce. Fights for it. It's going to stay Saints ball. Having gone out of bounds. Martina inbounding. Finds Abby for the pull up. Bit far. 5 gets that defensive board. 5 driving middle, pardon me. Kicks it. And that is 6 for the corner 3, bringing them up to 63 with 54 seconds left. Layla inbounding it to Martina. Back to Layla, who attacks. Reverses it to Labrine. Layla drives, goes up, and it's good. Should be stopping clock. Whatever. 30 seconds left. Number 5 bringing it up the court. Goes for the shot. Short. Goes left. 22 at the board. Gets it to 5. Who goes up. Misses. Gets her own rebound. Pops it in. 15 seconds left. We got Abby bringing it up the court. Gives it to Labrine. Labrine gives it back to Abby for the corner 3. Just off the front. And that's the game. Wrapping up, we got the Saints with 42. St. Thomas winning with 68. Results today, we won the first, lost the second. Not bad for first tournament. Now we have a goal to beat, and I think that's very important also. Game starting 9 a.m. tomorrow. If you even want to wake up and watch that. I know I wouldn't, but here I am. Second one late 5:30. So we'll keep you posted. We'll send you out the links. Good game.